Hello, my name is Lathauskas, and I will be guiding you through this tutorial. Now, the purpose of this course is to provide you with a set of video tutorials about various aspects of Simformer business simulation. First of all, in this intro, I will tell more about the Simformer business simulation in general, and later on you can find videos. The first group is about the business processes that can be found within Simformer business simulation, and the second group is about the business units that can be found within Simformer business simulation. And those business units can be used in order to develop your own business simulation or business structure within simulated business environment. Now, what is Simformer business simulation? I prefer a term massively multi-user online simulated business environment. The reason is that massively, well, we have over 1 million registered users within this simulation and over 50,000 daily users. The multi-user is that the whole simulation, the whole environment is designed in a specific manner so that it would allow and support a large amount of participants interacting within this virtual economy and the whole virtual economy to be created in this environment. It's online 24/7, so needless to say, you can access it anywhere. All you need is just a computer, internet connection, and a browser. Now, a specific Simformer simulated business environment or Simformer business simulation is sort of a Lego construct. The way it's designed and made is that any educator can actually replicate, to a certain extent, any scenario to develop business skills, develop practical business skills. The difficult part is to choose what kind of skill sets you want to develop, as it involves a large variety of business processes. Almost all typical business processes you can find in business, you can find in our simulation as well. So it's up to you to choose what kind of skill setup you want to train. In Simformer business simulation, you can develop systematical understanding of the business, as such. Simulation itself is turn-based. We have a concentrated time effect, so 1 hour or 1 day within real world, depending on the type of simulation. Either that would be intensive or classic. It will be 1 week within the simulation itself. So after in Simformer business simulation, or in short SBS intensive, spending 1 hour within simulation, after the recalculation, you will receive results over 1 week. And when in SBS Classic, you will receive those results after 1 day. So depending on the training type you're aiming to create, you either choose intensive or classic version of the simulation. This is relatively universal environment because you can experience management from various angles. First of all, you can start and keep on managing small company. You don't necessarily need to grow it big into international. On the other side, that's exactly what you can do. You can actually grow it to be international, global company, wielding a large variety of businesses. And at the same time, you can see how you can build up the whole business structure in the end, which is not an easy task. The flexibility that will allow any educator to choose what kind of specific simulation he or she wants to replicate in order to support their already existent course or create a new one. How about we jump into the simulation and let me show what I have in mind. Now, first of all, the global economy. We have in Simformer business simulation classic 33 countries and over 300 cities. Now, I'd say that is quite impressive because hardly any other simulation has this amount of countries. Oh, and these countries do differ. If you want to get more information about the country, you just need to click on that country because we take into consideration the total area of the land, and also the population, and also number of cities and tax rate applied in different regions of the country. For example, if we go to Argentina, the first in the list, we will see that there are 2 regions of the country, 5 cities each, and also has different total area and different population, and also rate of profit tax is different. So if you want to expand or do business in one of these regions, you have to take these numbers into consideration. Now, If we move to the first region, what we see here, the bonuses available for certain area of business or certain business units, and also the list of all 5 cities. Agricultural products we can grow in these cities, as well as the population, the change in the population, the average city salary, and also the change, because the environment itself is very dynamic. Unemployment rate means what is the amount of population that can be employed by us, real people participating within this simulated environment. The education level shows what kind of qualification of employees can be found within these cities. Maybe you don't understand yet, but after watching all tutorials, you will know what qualification of the employee means and why it is so important. And finally, the wealth level. Well, this is probably the main thing, because here you can see how rich these people are and what is their buying power, which is very important if you want to sell expensive goods. We have the countries, we have populations, we have consumers, we have their buying power and preferences depending on their wealth level and education. But now the question is, so how can we create a large variety of goods? We start with the raw materials or natural resources. We can excavate these, we can extract these from mines, and later on, using factories, manufacture semi-products or materials needed for other products, finished products. Agricultural products are grown in farms and also plantations. Out of them, we can produce foodstuff, also in factories. We can also produce consumer goods and also medical supplies, which then can be used for medical services, and manufactured products are the ones that are mostly used by business units to actually provide services or produce goods. So this is interconnected trade structure between the participants of the simulation. And that literally will give you opportunity to develop large variety of business skills and form various business structures. It'll be up to your creativity and hard work. In order to create those 200 different products, we naturally need various business units. I've excluded 6 groups. So first of all is mining and production, manufacturing facilities, mines, as extracting raw materials, sawmills and mills. So these are the ones that create, or put it simply, make stuff. Agricultural business units are the ones that produce fruits, vegetables, animal and fish products. The third type of units, sales and logistics, so this is covering stores and warehouses. Then we have service sector. The fifth group is R&D, so it's research and development, or in short, laboratories and what you can do within them. And the last but not least is the administrative business unit, or in other words, offices. Within these business units, there is a set of business processes. So I'll tell you about turn-in-time mechanics in Simformer business simulation, also about the supply management and contract mechanic, how it works, wholesale and retail, sales management, about HR, marketing, we have all 5 B's, production management, quality management, equipment management, agriculture and seasons, research and development, administrative tasks within the office and how I should manage it, added value creation, how the flow of goods is formed. And so we have international environment, we have global international environment with different countries, different type of consumerships, different product types, product life cycles, overconsumption, and well, the dynamic within the markets, because as the participants of the market make their business, they influence the environment, and thus there is no algorithm behind these people. That gives the unpredictability you can usually see within market economy in real world, and we don't really simulate that. It happens naturally because this simulated business environment was made specifically for that. Now, as you see, we have basically all necessary materials for the virtual economy to be formed, and we also have additional tools for you to jump into strategy creation, because first of all, you can create your own missions and you can state your own missions. Otherwise, if your educator haven't stated otherwise, or you as an educator haven't formed a mission for your students, you will also receive a business model questions that will help you understand better, will ask you develop the business plan. So what you can do here, focusing not just on the business plan, but your own business structure, which then can be reshaped in the business plan. But the idea is that you can find and see the connections between all these many variables and shape them into one working business. I wish you good luck and fun exploring the possibilities of Simformer business simulation, making business and competing with other participants, and developing your skills and talents.